We start our sessions for the day with the welcome address by Dr. Abdulwahab Sadoun, Secretary General of the GPCA. Thank you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning to you all. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the second day of the 9th GPCA Annual Forum. Inspired by the theme of this forum, which reflects the imperative to play a more strategic role in balancing future growth opportunities while confronting a wide variety of challenges, I'd like to briefly address a few topics that are closely related to the central theme of this year's forum. To put things into perspective, it would be appropriate to recall that the GCC petrochemical industry has come from very far, very fast. From the first joint venture in 1981, the industry has expanded consistently and exponentially to reach a total annual production capacity of 140 million tons. Over the past 10 years, the industry growth rate was 11% per annum, which is 3 times the global annual growth rate. As a result, the GCC region now captures a significant share of global production capacity for commodity petrochemicals, with the GCC industry holding a global share for the top 10 products by volume, ranging from 6% for ammonia up to 23% for MTBE. The industry's growth trajectory is expected to continue in the coming years, though at a slower rate of 7.1% per annum, bringing the total production capacity to 226 million tons by 2020. However, our industry is facing new unprecedented challenges from multiple directions. At home, the availability of advantaged hydrocarbon resources, which have been our industry's original key competitive advantage, is declining. The scale of expansion in the chemical industry, in the energy-intensive industries, and in gas-fired power generation has been such that the region will move from a gas surplus to a gas shortage from 2015 onward. This is, on one hand, driving a wave of effort toward efficiency improvement in the utilization of hydrocarbon resources for the chemical industry. As a consequence of the supply constraint, the GCC players have started using alternative feedstock, mainly LPG and naphtha. And though this will reduce the industry's cost competitiveness, it will result into a broader product portfolio, creating a new regional opportunities for downstream products and greater scope for value addition, but it comes with a set of challenges, a point that I will expand upon later. Interestingly enough, by 2020, the industry's next growth phase is projected to bring a significant product portfolio diversification, adding 65 new high-value chemicals, which will be produced for the first time in the Gulf region. The production of these chemicals and their conversion into semi-finished and finished products will result in capturing higher value, leading in turn to more sustainable growth for the industry through building local production capabilities and establishing new export opportunities. According to McKinsey, downstream production and processing in the region is on its way to make 5% of capacity and 8% of revenue for the GCC chemical players by 2015. And although this is far behind international average of 15%, it is indicative of the fact that the move down the value chain is gaining momentum. The scope for downstream expansion is promising. The first stage is likely to focus on capturing existing opportunities, such as replacing import. According to our database, the GCC countries imported 18.3 million tons of chemical products valued at $23 billion in 2013 alone, with performance polymers and specialty chemicals accounting for over 53% of this figure. However, Expansion into performance and specialty chemicals demand meeting associated challenges, among which two interrelated ones. Those are talents and innovation. Talent development is a strategic priority for many GCC states, and it requires consistent cooperation between government and key stakeholders, including regional chemical producers, who are investing heavily in building world-class academies and vocational institutes. Further, downstream expansion requires building local innovation capabilities across the industry spectrum of activities. These, in turn, require establishing an innovation ecosystem, which is a key challenge that takes time, but is the only sustainable long-term competitive advantage we can create. Based on that conviction, many regional producers launch product and application development center to partly overcome this challenge. A welcome and important support in this direction has come from the regional government. For instance, they have deployed impressive academic research facilities, such as the King Abdullah University for Science and Technology in Saudi Arabia and Masdar Institute of Science and Technologies in Abu Dhabi, as well as stimulating technology parks such as Dahran Techno Valley and Riyadh Techno Valley in Saudi Arabia. That said, the simple truth is that the chemical industry in the Arabian Gulf started late in the innovation game and need to find ways to get competitive advantage faster than deep-rooted competitors. Distinguished guests, in light of the increasingly competitive marketplace coupled with uncertainty arising from the slowdown in leading global economies, we see more protectionist measures and trade barriers from regional governments, which represent a concern to all of us around the world. We at GPCA advocate free trade and open market policy. Meeting the many trade-related challenges facing the GCC industry will require investment by our stakeholders in doing new things and doing things differently. This entails maintaining and developing first-class logistics, increasing clustering of the GCC manufacturing, and growing interconnection between production plants make competitiveness more and more dependent on high-quality GCC transport infrastructure. The development of the regional railway network is a welcome move by our industry. Ladies and gentlemen, while maintaining the necessary firewall to ensure fair competition, GPCA is playing an active role in supporting the overall competitiveness of our industry. Our effective networking event, including this forum, enable knowledge sharing and best practices exchange, as well as highlighting growth opportunities in the Gulf region and around the globe. In line with this, GPCA is contributing to effort to foster development of strategic partnership with China. This was, for example, reflected in yesterday's afternoon seminar dedicated to exploring the partnering opportunities between China and the GCC, organized in collaboration with the China Petroleum and Chemical Industry Federation, CPCIF. And I'm delighted to report that this seminar was extremely successful, judging by the number of participants, which exceeded the 700 threshold, the highest so far to one of our seminars in the forum. The rationale behind emphasizing the relation between China and the GCC countries is embedded by the fact that the fortunes of the GCC are closely linked with the fortunes of Asia and in particular China. In 2013, 80% of the GCC petrochemicals output, equivalent to over 66 million tons, valued at $54.6 billion, was exported to global market, with Asia accounting for 60% of the GCC export at a value of $40 billion US. More specifically, China is the GCC biggest single market for chemicals and plastic. In 2013, over 17% of the total GCC chemical export went to China. The share had been growing over the past decade by a compounded annual growth rate of 13.6%, bringing total GCC chemical export to 11 million tons in 2013, up from 2.7 million tons in 2002. However, major shifts are coming in China, which is decreasing its dependence on chemical imports through new technologies such as coal-to-olefins. At the same time, China is rapidly becoming the largest global market for chemical products, and the GCC producers are well placed to capture part of this growth potential. Distinguished guests, beside innovation, GPCA is also firmly committed to sustainability. Not only was sustainability a central theme during our second sustainability conference held last month, this year we've also released our first sustainability report. From this perspective, we note with pleasure the formation of World Plastic Council, of which GPCA hosted its first General Assembly meeting here in Dubai day before yesterday. While each of the world regions has advocacy organizations promoting and supporting sustainability and environmental protection, we look forward to the WPC taking on a global oversight of the regional effort and providing a global forum to engage stakeholders concerned with sustainability. I'm pleased that the important global environmental concerns are on the agenda of the WPC, including plastic recycling and renewable, marine litter, public perception of plastic, and other concerns. I'm confident that the WPC will help make global progress on these global concerns. We in GPCA are committed to supporting the WPC together with our peer international associations. I'd like to take this opportunity to extend our congratulations to Musaid Al-Ohali, Sabiq EVP for Polymers, for being named as the incoming president of the WPC, another vote of confidence in the regional industry's prominence and its contribution to the sustainability agenda. Going forward, the GCC industry is confronted with increased competition, but we believe that complex challenges breed new growth opportunities at home and in targeted external growth markets. The industry's success in the past was made possible by a convergence of enabling conditions that will perfectly position the ongoing diversification and downstream drive for success. It is precisely the kind of drive that our industry wants to pursue, both for its commercial attractiveness and for its positive impact on the national agenda. I wish you another engaging and productive time at the second day of the forum. Thank you so much.